Sisters and brothers of the Fifth Fleet, it's time. I'll keep my farewell brief. Never was much with words. Once you board this ship, there's no turning back. The next ground your feet will touch will be that of the New World. If any of you have lost your nerve, then step away now, and let no one judge you. Very well. Then sail safe and strong, and may the Sapphire Star light your way.
Yo! Did you hear? We're almost there. You ready to grab this new world by the horns? Don't know about you. It feels like ages since I left home to join the commission. So, nervous? Believe you me, I get it. Anything could happen to us, but hey, that's happened.
Hey, aren't you one of the A-list hunters?
What? No way! So are we! Hey! Tell us your name!
Well, here it is, guys. Like I promised, this is Monster Hunter World. And, I'm having a little, not really a problem, but I'm currently doing post-audio recording, post-voice overs with this game right now because I can't find an option currently right now to play the PlayStation 4 game and record it while having my voice audio on it as well. So, excuse me, so I basically substitute it with, just recording this as a separate file and then using my Bandicam, which Bandicam works fine, it's pretty good, with using my voice, and I basically combine it together to make a video, like a Let's Play video. But I played this game for a little bit, and for the most part, this game is fantastic. It really is. The minor complaints I have with it is the mouth to voice translation, because the lip movements for voicing is just way off. And I think my theory is that, yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like ponytails and shit? But yeah, I think it's because, well, this game was first, in the Japanese version first, and I guess the the lip animations were synced in Japanese, and they got translated over to English speaking, and the actual lip movement never got translated correctly. That's what I think. Otherwise, I probably don't know what else they did. But this game is great. Like, I played 2 quests on this so far. You'll see in the Let's Play. Currently, I'm just, customizing my character. As for now, I really didn't go too in-depth with the customization. I was just like, I just want a character, I just want to play it. That's how I feel with games like this. I really, genuinely don't care about what I look in a game. I just want to play it. That's it. Other people would beg to differ. You know, they want down to the nitty-gritty for customization, which isn't a bad deal, but I'm pretty glad that, you know, they had this whole create your hunter standoff. I mean, this one I think is more elaborate than the previous games in Monster Hunter. It looks pretty good. And of course they have the Palico customization, which you'll see shortly after I customize this guy. And they have the Palicos. I don't know if you can use them. I'm really not sure. I really was trying to hide this game from me, from spoilers or anything. I literally have no information on this game other than me playing the beta, and that was it. I'm dead serious. Like, I didn't look up any videos on this game. Not one whatsoever. I was like, I want a clean approach on this game. And hold on. And then that's exactly what I got. So here I am, just basically going straight in raw, not knowing practically anything. I mean, you already know, I've played the game's franchise before. I played in previous Monster Hunter titles. Monster Hunter Online, fantastic. Just, you know, it's in China. It's not region locked though, so that's good. Unlike, what was that other one? Frontier, that's region locked. Unless you play the Taiwan version, of course. If you play the Japanese one, it's gonna be region locked. But I sticked with the leather set for a specific reason, because in the previous games, I remember leather sets would have water element on it, elemental of water, so it has water resistance. And on the top of my head, when I played this game, in the very beginning, they introduced the Jagras right off the bat, and when I played the beta, I knew that Jagras, well, the Great Jagras, was a water-based monster. So I didn't want to use chainmail, because chainmail just has fire resistance, which is good against, let's say, a monster like Rathalos. And I am not going to fight Rathalos so soon in this game, I would assume. And here we go with the Palico customization. It's actually pretty good. I liked it. Considering this is on a PS4, the graphics look really nice on it. They even support for the PlayStation Pro, which is also great, but I'm not crazy with graphics, firstly, so there was no point of me going out of my way to buy a PlayStation 4 Pro. Ironically, that being said, I would buy a Xbox One X for the simple reason the graphics are incredibly advanced, unlike the PS4 Pro. Respectively, it does do its job, but it doesn't maximize the graphic intention. And right here is where the keyboard disappears. I guess, yeah, I don't know why, it just does. And I put his name as The One, because JD Punk and The One. I guess The One was just going to be my Palico, just play on words. And there's going to be cutscenes throughout this whole game, which is actually amazing. This is, you know, this is pretty great with this game. I like how they basically took this game into a different direction and made this game more cinematic for the solo play. I haven't played the multiplayer yet, so I'm not sure on that experience.
So, how about a toast?
To the A-list! And the commission!
Cheers!
So, tell me, what's your theory? The Elder Dragons must migrate to the New World for some reason. After running the research commission for 40-odd years, the Guild's itching for an answer. They say the Fifth Fleet's got the best shot at cracking this case, and I agree!
Keep it down. Hey, speaking of, A-listers usually operate in teams of 2. Have you sat down with your partner yet?
Listen to that. Getting rough out there. The waves are picking up. That's gotta mean landfall. You're on the A-list, right? Huh. Meowdy-do. I'm not psychic, but I do have pretty good ears. Ah, put her there. I happen to be an A-lister myself. Whoa,
So yeah, we have that scene right there.
Hello? Anybody there?
It's interesting to note that girl right there is actually your partner. I didn't realize that until now because that other girl said A-listers usually work in pairs, and that girl is my partner. Of course, I was kind of stuck here for a moment, and then I realized I gotta climb that hill. Wall. Anyways.
Oh, hey, it's you! Look what happened to the ship! We have to do something! It's not safe here! This way!
Yeah, we gotta start running because the thing about this volcano, or some sort, it's not a volcano. And this is where we make our escape. Right on this monster right here. That bitch would have went flying if I didn't catch her. She would have been dead. And there it is. The Elder Dragon, which we don't know what his name is or what is his intentions of being on this island.
The new world.
And you can see there's the Apthonauts over there. Very common creatures in this franchise.
Huh? No.
Bitch, we are taking liftoff. Well, actually, we're setting in the ground. And this is where we get technically introduced to our first quest. It's not really a first quest, but it's a quest to basically prologue to one of the cities in this game. So, yeah, just watch.
What's this? Somebody must have set up this camp.
Well, this is actually the camp. What you're seeing right there that's the camp that basically all of our quests are going to start from.
I found this in the tent. It has a map in it. Well, part of one at least.
And this map is going to be of use to us.
Looks like we're right around here. The Research Commission's base of operations is here. This is where our ship was supposed to dock. For now, I think it would be best if we make our way to base. The map
That
should
location
help us
right
find
there
our way.
is actually the city that we will be heading to shortly. But as for now, we have to traverse in this deep jungle and island-like environment. Which will be shortly named, as you can see, the Ancient Forest. And you can see there is a settlement
Look,
way in the
Research
distance,
Commission's headquarters. Come on, let's get going.
known as Research Commission headquarters.
According to the map, to get to HQ, we need to...
And a little side note on this game, interestingly enough, they make mini bosses
These
in this
Aptonauts
game.
seem every bit as docile as the
I'm
ones
not
back
sure
home.
if it's just because I have weak weapons right now, but I was killing some enemies after I killed the Jagras
like we
in
need to
one
go
of the
around.
quests. There's another quest where you gotta kill these other types of monsters, and they're kind of bigger, well, the males are, and they take quite a lot to hit. I'm not talking like a ridiculous amount, but they take quite a few
Something's up.
hits to
The
kill
scout
these
flies
things.
are gathering.
So I don't know if this is like a new method where they're putting little mini
I had the
bosses
scout
in
flies
it,
memorize my scent
or
earlier.
they're just
If you lose sight of me, just follow the scout flies.
they're
and they'll
just
lead you
ramping
right to me.
up the health system of these small monsters. Like I said, I dived right into this game, so I'm not sure on facts or, you know, like tidbits or information on this. So it's all a new experience for me. And here they introduce the Jagras.
Okay,
Exactly. Unfortunately for us, we can't fight them because we have no form of weapon. Ironically, we do have the knife in the back of our character, but that is just for carving. And this is where they utilize the stealth mechanics in the game, which they executed it perfectly well by introducing it as soon as possible in this area. It was short, sweet, and simple to the point. This right here, I didn't understand why they put it in. Like, sometimes in the maps, you'll have to go through like bushes and stuff, and all you have to do is just press forward. It's kind of pointless because you're gonna go forward anyways, but yeah, it's whatever. And you can see we're getting pretty close to the headquarters right now.
What is this track?
Of course, I was curious because in an open land like this with no monsters introduced,
let's check it out.
What's stealth? That's what my intention was. I was playing it smart anyways, but obviously a cutscene would occur right here. And that is actually the tracks, well, the skid marks of this creature.
Don't mind me. This way, hurry.
Okay, let's go.
Move.
And this is the Great Jagras, which, off the bat, I was like, this monster was first introduced, so I was like, this is going to be the first big monster we're gonna fight. And right there, they also add the Anjanath in this fight. And they did that for a reason, to show that the Great Jagras is not the top predator in this environment. There's a lot of top predators in this environment. Well, not top predators, but there's a lot of monsters that will kill each other in this environment. So I thought that was a pretty neat feature. They just showed the Great Jagras as a big threat, and they just totally sideswiped that with the Anjanath. So that big T-Rex thing, that is the Anjanath. And sometimes the loading screens are kind of slow, but what can you do when you try to put so much, so much in a game? You're gonna have to have these certain points.
Wow.
Amazing, ain't it? Just look at this gate. It's like nature meant for us to build a Stera right here.
Stera. I like it.
And this is the settlement called Estera.
You're the last to arrive.
As for now, it's just kind of bare bones right now, since I assume they just settled on this island.
Hold still for a bit.
Hey, you guys made it.
Be right back. You're alive.
Had it rough, huh?
Hey,
When we couldn't find you two, we were starting to sweat bullets.
you scared us. We were talking about going out to look for you.
All's well that ends well.
Hey, we need a hand. Sorry.
Come on.
Catch you later.
This here's our trade yard. I guess the name says it all.
Look at all the people. The stuff.
Incredible, right? We've got it all here. We've got hunters to do all the exploring, scholars to do the research, technicians to keep them going. This place is the beating heart of the Commission. Wait here a sec. Commander, I found him.
Welcome to Astera.
Some of the dialogue, well, the voicing in this game, sorry about that. The mic is kind of shitty I'm using, so. But it's not that shitty, guys, so bear with me here. But, you know, some of the text goes in, but, the voice acting doesn't go through 100%. It just kind of, you know, I've seen this example been done in plenty of games where,
Well, off you go.
like that, like he will
Okay,
say a full
I'll give you the
sentence,
grand
and
tour.
sometimes he'll just say a
Let's start by
tidbit
looking for your
sentence
Palico.
and have the whole text of a sentence.
This is our stockpile. They carry most of the basic necessities.
You should drop by later to see what they have.
So basically, he's giving us right now a tour of this establishment as for now in Astera. So
Next
we're
is the
just,
smithy. It's this way.
yep, that's an important thing in this game is the smithy, because that's where all our weapons and armor are going to be forged and upgraded, which is a key thing in Monster Hunter to adapt, survive, and conquer.
You're with the Commission's 5th Fleet, right?
Now,
The old man in
this
charge
is
of
just
the
from
grandfather was the
speculation.
first.
When I think
Long
of
time ago.
Fifth Fleet,
Me.
I think
Not
of
many
that as
Born and bred
they're
right here.
referring to
Never even
the
been to the
fifth
old world.
generation hunters, because this is the 5th installment of Monster Hunter. The other one was Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and that was the
Here's our
4th
smithy.
generation.
This is where you can craft weapons and armor. You'll be here a lot.
So that's what I think. I think the
Look
5th
at this place. You wanna
is
check it out?
basically the 5th generation of hunters.
Ooh, it's toasty in here.
And we don't need to go to him right now because he
Next
didn't
up is
really
the canteen.
do anything,
Let's
so
check it out.
we can't do much here right now. By the way, the
going?
PlayStation servers were down, so I couldn't
The
get
canteen?
any access
I am so
access
there.
to my pre-orders. So it was kind of like, I didn't really care. I mean, it was only a few things, but yeah, I couldn't get
Over here.
access to my pre-orders. So that was a kind of a bummer, but PlayStation, surely enough, fixed it within, I'd say, like a few hours, like 2 or 3. I don't
This
know.
here's our canteen.
Hey, over there.
And here is our Palico just
Hey,
trying to look for us. I'd assume he was saying, "Have you seen these people?" and describing to them what
I
they
knew you'd
look
pull
like.
through.
Right. We're calling for a council. Come on.
Yeah.
Now that you are all here, let us begin council. After tracking a migrating elder dragon across the sea, the 5th Fleet have finally arrived in Astera. Give them a warm welcome. They're a fine group. Worthy comrades who will help see the Research Commission's long efforts finally rewarded. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, sir. We're ready to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty.
This here is the Commission's core team. You should all get to know each other.
Looking forward to it.
Now, down to business. The latest monster to make the Elder Crossing is known as Zora Magdaros. A
And
huge
that
monster
is
with a
now
mountain of fire
the
on
name
its
of
back.
that monster we have seen.
Research Commission's job is to discover exactly why the Elder Dragons are migrating to the New World.
Elder dragons have been with us since the dawn of time. Altering the ecosystem, reshaping the land, leaving disaster in their wake. Once every decade or so, they flock to this continent. But for what reason?
With the Fifth's help, we will find the missing link.
Here, here. Now we're talking!
Hunters, for the time being, I need you to focus on investigating our Jagras problem and securing Astera. Start by investigating the Jagras' habitat.
I mean,
Find out what
look at
makes them tick,
the lip
and we'll go from
syncing.
there.
It's horrible.
Right.
It just
We're on it,
doesn't
sir.
match. It just doesn't. I'm sorry to say, it just,
Everyone else?
it's shitty.
You know the drill. Make
But
sure these hunters
obviously,
have everything
just
they need.
one minor thing does not take this game
Now we're
away.
talking!
You two, make it a priority to learn how we do things around here. You'll find good teachers, so don't be afraid to ask.
You heard him. Stick with me and you'll have no problems.
I mean, I
The
was
fifth
kinda,
banner promises
you
a
know,
change in the
expecting
wind.
this anyway.
It's your job to fulfill that promise. All right, dismissed.
Dismiss. Woo! Get the hell out of here so I can do my first quest, motherfucker.
Over here.
And now he's going to show me to my quarters, which I'm going to look at the gear and equipment because I got no weapon,
Get
so
inside your room so
I
you
need
grab
a
yourself
weapon. Like he said, like I'm not gonna go into battle with just a fucking chicken knife and be like, yeah, what's good? That isn't gonna work out. We're not gonna kill monsters with a fucking little dinky ass carving knife. It ain't gonna work. And you can see there's objectives on the top corner over there, really. So it basically simplifies everything for newer
We've
players
placed some
and
basic gear
newcomers.
for you in that equipment box. Make sure to choose a weapon that suits you.
And of course, I picked the dual blades. Dual blades. I really didn't even watch the movie shit because it was pointless for me. For newcomers, I'm sorry, I didn't view it, so I apologize. And you can see... Oh. Yeah, okay, I had this all backwards then. Wait, really? Did I? Yeah, this is why I equipped the chainmail. Yeah, I said it backwards. I thought the chainmail gave me fire resistance. But it doesn't. It actually gives you water resistance. That's why I picked over to the chainmail. Yeah, that's why I did it. I don't like sword and shield because for some odd reason I feel like it's underpowered. It just doesn't have a good damage output for me. I mean, it's really good for beginners. You're able to block, but with me being me, I'm very blunt into battles. I like to go head first and attack monsters tactically and
Want to get going?
also viciously. That's how I play. I'm a player that likes to go for
Once you're
very
ready, head to the
short
canteen.
burst
I'll be
shots
there
in
waiting with
monsters
the quest.
and keep
You can
doing
get more
it, keep
familiar
doing
with
it,
your
keep
weapons
doing
for
it,
training
and
there.
then
Just
sometimes
talk to the...
I'll go and just full blown just attack the monster to the point where I break one of its points and it falls over and you get all that, you know, extra damage into a phase. And honestly, the great Jagras was easily beat by me. I beat the shit out of it. But for beginners, yes, the Great Jagras
Handlers sort through the
is
Research
a
Commission's
great
leads.
beginner monster. It was
The
good.
ones they deem worth our attention become quests.
Hey!
Hey, don't sound like
Over here.
is it Navi they call it, or is it Navi from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time? Oh, that motherfucker was annoying. And this is convenience once again, a nice lift that can take you in different destinations. Although I was kind of confused of what the fuck, how did I actually get up there? I guess I put my leg up on that pole thing and just rid up it.
Right on time. Oh, yeah.
So basically our first objective,
What are we waiting for?
well,
The new
mission
world awaits.
is to fight these Jagras. We gotta fight the, you know, those little guys we seen previously. Well, we need to beat the shit out of them. Specifically 7 of them. We need to just like pop, 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 and just kill. Very easy stuff. It gives beginners a chance to learn how to use and apply combat in this game. The thing I was kind of like, what? Or like, really? Was the loading quest bullshit. I wasn't a fan of it, obviously. I mean, it's just kind of an inconvenience that you can't jump right into the quest, but again, a minor issue isn't a major setback, so it didn't really affect the gameplay at all. It was just one of those things where I just question mark scratch my head to. It was just like, and of course, you know, the loading screens, and they have the basically the hints and tips during the loading screens, which is also helpful for newcomers and things we didn't know about this game.
Alright, this is our first job. Let's do a quick review of quest rule. Rule number 1. Complete the objective to complete the quest. Easy, right? Each quest has an objective. You can't consider the quest done until you complete that objective.
That's kind of
Our
a
current objective is
no-brainer,
to
but
eliminate
okay.
a specified number of Jagras. Let's check the map. We ran into some Jagras on the way to base. The small monsters, remember?
Yeah.
I think we saw them somewhere around here. Want to check it out? Rule number 2. Use the supply box.
That
The
blue
commission
box
supplies us
over
with a
there,
loadout of
that
certain
is the
items. They're in the
supply
supply
box,
box over there.
which
Have
gives
a look
us
and decide what you
potions,
should take along.
rations,
Ready to go.
whetstones, but currently my whetstones were an infinite amount of use, which I don't know why. I guess it was the
Hey,
training zone or something, but yeah.
Want to get going?
And oh, I forgot to mention, in this
Dual blades are
game,
close-range weapons made for hitting prey with a
I'm
flurry
gonna let
of
him talk. Hold
attacks.
on.
Demon mode is super strong, but it eats up stamina.
But you see that the sharpness gauge on the corner over there, the top corner, where my name is, that
your weapon before
actually
attacking.
shows you how
Keep in mind
much
that what you're able to do
sharpness
depends
you
on whether or
have.
not your weapon is drawn. When you're investigating
Like,
or
it will
gathering
actually
items, you generally want
decrease.
to keep your weapon
It will
sheathed.
like actually show the weapon sharpness
I'll mark
decreasing,
gathering sites
which
and monster
we
positions
have
on the
never
wildlife map.
seen that before in a Monster Hunter game, and that is incredibly, basically just so useful. Like you can see it going down. You see it? Not the red blade, but the yellow blade. Yeah, I was just like, wow, they actually did that, and
Your wildlife map keeps track
yeah,
of where you
that
are
was
and
just
where the scout
amazing
guys are
that
taking
they
you.
decided
You can
to
also
do
use
that.
it to keep tabs on monsters.
It kind of, you know, simplifies things for newcomers, but it's just kind of risky nowadays. Like, do you want to just
you can
like
gather honey and mix it with a potion to make mega potions.
Yep. And I did. Herbs can turn into potions, but if you get potions and honey, you can turn them into mega potions, which are also useful. Sometimes I wasn't big on combining weapons unless it was for traps, you know, like shock traps or net traps to trap certain monsters to do more damage without them hitting you at a single time. And that was very helpful, but I really never combined for potions, never, because I barely die, and if I did, I'd be like, I need mega potions, and I'm just like, I should have combined them.
Those are the monsters we're after.
And here are the Jagras, which we have to kill 7 of them, but during this encounter with them, they basically flee once a number or amount or killed are killed. And this was a point where I was getting the feels of the controls, and they were very similar to previous controls in previous Monster Hunter games, like the 3DS versions and stuff. So it was pretty basic for me. But I was still getting used to the sprinting button and the demon mode on the dual blades, so I kind of accidentally hit the demon mode for the dual blades a couple times and mistaking it for sprinting.
Over here!
But the environment in this game, fantastic. Couldn't have a complaint about it other than probably, I don't know, nothing. Like, it's fantastic. I don't have any bullshit to say about it.
Whatever you can.
Just basically going to town on these monsters, and their population is very big of Jagras. There is a lot. Like, I've never seen a population so big. Like, I thought the Jaggies were big, the Jaggies, or whatever they're called, the small dinosaurs in Monster Hunter Tri. I thought those were in big numbers, but these guys, they have a lot.
Okay, let's head home and report back to the old man.
And we basically finish that up, get that out of the way. And of course, I wanted to carve the monsters for certain materials for basically gear and weapons, which I didn't get to yet because I didn't fight the Great Jagras yet, because if I fought him, that's when I'd unlock his type of gear and weapons. And you need the Great Jagras scraps, like hides or scales from that monster, to get that unlock. And there is a lot of gathering in this game, from, you know, picking flowers, herbs, bugs, fishing, to getting meat off of monsters, from getting materials from monsters, and mining, like ore and stuff. So this game is very diverse in the... Oh, and another thing too is that they simplified this, and everything goes to your box, your inbox, which is the thing at your home that we already seen. All that stuff gets put into there, into storage, rightfully so. And I tried connecting to the network, but it never works because the servers were down. So it just said, like, fuck it, you don't need it. But, you know, you need those certain materials to get those monster weapons and stuff. Monster weapons and armor. Another loading screen, of course. After this recording I'm done with, I'm definitely going back to play this game because this game is fun. Now, the second quest I do is a bit different. It's still a slaying type quest, which is fun. I actually enjoyed this one for some reason. It just felt good. It was just like refreshing. It was like, wow, new monsters, let's go. That's how I felt. And they were called the Kestodons. The male Kestodons are twice as big as the females, and the females are smaller, respectively so, which kinda is puzzling to me because
Alright. Now that
some
you've got
animal
materials,
species,
why don't we head
the
over to the
females
stable
are
and see what you
usually
can do
the
with
bigger ones, but it really didn't matter. So the males were the bigger ones, and they took a lot more hits. You'll see to come. It was just like, it was kind of annoying too, because they would ram you a lot. It was like I got like rammed 3 times in a row, where I was like, okay, I'm done getting my ass pummeled, thank you very much. And I was kind of puzzled, like, because I need to go to the smithy, but if you go here, you get right to the smithy. And right here, I'm basically upgrading my gear and my weapon. Rightfully so. I was upgrading the dual blades to a level 2, and I actually got armor stones for some reason, and I got the upgrades for the helmet, the chest piece, and the legs. It didn't really matter what order it was, it's still going to give you the same amount of defense, so. Because if you upgrade gear, your defense will go up and stuff. See, like, defense will increase. Oh, they're called armor spheres, sorry. Armor stones are one of the materials you can combine to make armor spheres. See, now it's at level 2. And of course there is, you see how there's the ore tree, the question mark tree, the bone tree. Those are upgrade trees. I think I show it off. Yeah, I do. Right here, I get the ore tree, which is, you know, mining minerals and stuff. See, it'll show it. I was just looking. It requires 2 iron ore, which you can mine in the map of that place we were just at to fight those Jagras. And you can get those materials, and boop, you get an upgraded weapon that does more damage and has a higher amount of sharpness. Now we're running in green sharpness, which is the sharpness. What that does is it guarantees a hit without it bouncing. Basically a bigger percentage. Like, if I hit a great Jagras with green, it's not going to bounce, really. If you had, like, not yellow but orange, chances are it's going to bounce right. Your hits will bounce right off of the great Jagras, and you'll do less damage too as well. So it's always good to keep your weapon sharp, because the lesser the sharpness, like green, yellow, orange, red, the damage will be decreasing over time. There's also blue, white, and purple. I don't know if they have purple in this game or not. I really don't know, but purple was the highest in 4 Ultimate, I think. In Frontier, I think it was Cyan was the highest. If not, it was in Monster Hunter Online. And you can see I'm upgrading the chainmail vest and stuff. So, I was enjoying this. I was going to town on it. I was like, woo, I get to upgrade so soon? So I was like, yeah, that's fun. I'm just kind of glad they didn't release this game. Actually, I take that back. I am fully glad that they didn't release this game later, because this game is fantastic. Like, it's fun. It is absolutely freaking fun. And they did a good job on the settlement. It looks great.
Hey there, partner.
It reminds me like of crossbreed between the Monster Hunter Tri settlement with the water, the docking bay and stuff, with I don't know, maybe 4 Ultimate, but that was kind of 2 city, like that was in like a whole fortress and stuff. So
it lists the same quest that I've got, so don't worry about having to check 2 places.
and now we gotta fight the Kestodons, which is called the Kestodon Kerfunkles? What was it? Kerfuffles? What was the name of it? Kerfuffle? What the fuck? I was gonna say Kerfuckle, honestly. The Kestodon Kerfuckle. That's so fucking bad. Excuse my profanity and language. YouTube might give me a strike. Not taunting YouTube in any way, it just might happen, you never know. YouTube is kinda strict nowadays anyways. I don't know, I really liked fighting these guys. They just looked really cool. And now we get right into the quest, finally. Getting on our monster and setting sail. Setting sail in the skies, of course. And more hunting tips and weapon infos, the insect glaive. I really never used the insect glaive.
Okay, our job is to call a certain
but it's a
number of
good weapon.
Recently, their numbers have been getting out of hand.
And you see I pick up the potions and the rations, because the rations will increase your stamina over time. They will give you more stamina because throughout the game and through your session, your stamina will decrease, so you always want to keep that up. And here are the Kestodons. That big one right there in front of us is the male, and the ones in back of us are the females, the smaller versions.
Be careful.
These guys were fun to fight, but they're really annoying. Well, the males were, because they'd always ram you. You'll see shortly. And just like that, I got rammed. It's gonna be 3 times, folks. So it's gonna be in for a ride. So you watch. Oh, that's 3 times. And now we gotta kill the females, which the females aren't too aggressive like the males. But yeah.
Not bad.
But there's a plot twist to this quest that we do. There's a plot twist. Just be on the lookout for it, okay, guys?
All right, let's look for another group.
Okay.
Be careful. The Kestodon are the least of your worries. There are a lot bigger monsters lurking in this forest.
And he is
The endemic life around
100%
here can
correct.
come in handy during a hunt. Try to learn as much as you can about them.
Because there's bigger monsters like the Anjanath, the Great Jagras, and there's another monster they introduce here that I won't spoil for you guys, but it will come. It will come. It will show you. One point in this clip, it's technically I'm doing a live recording on a recording that I already did, but like I'd say like 3 seconds cuts out. It just got cut out because I just didn't record fast enough. Because I set it to record for 60 minutes, so yeah, it stopped at like 60 minutes, and I had to press record again. I was like, let me get at these son of bitches. And of course, this time I played it smart. I waited. I think they get like 1 ram or 2 rams on me, but that was about it. Yeah, I was avoiding them. I was playing cautious with them. And how to know they're gonna ram you is that they'll bang their head on the ground and shake their scales on their head whenever they want to ram you in that direction. So I kind of got that pattern down pretty easily, but sometimes they're kind of fast. That was a bad hitboxing right there. That was shit. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was behind him fully. Well, not 100%, but I thought I was in a good distance. Yeah, I just beat the shit out of him. So I got 1 more female to go. And I'm like, where is she? Even though she was like right there in front of my face, I was just like, oh shit. And unfortunately, she does catch me off guard and she rams me. But it's just a little push shove, so it wasn't much. And she did it twice, and I got pissed off. I was like, fuck you, just die.
Good work. That just about wraps up our work here.
That's a pet peeve of mine.
Hey,
Whenever I'm
here.
carving and I'm getting hit by a monster, I hate it. I hate it so much. Because the carving is a process. It's like, you know, like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. It's just like, for 1 carve, here we go. Just 4 seconds that I'm vulnerable. And here is a plot twist on a quest, which I thought was shocking too. What could it be? It is the Great Jagras.
Look at those Kestodon. Something's up with them. Now!
Gotcha.
I think
All right,
Sony,
partner.
not
New
Sony,
assignment incoming. Take down that great Jagras.
Capcom has a
If you're
certain
not
fetish.
ready, you can return to
I'm not
base
gonna
and
say
take on the
what,
great Jagras
but,
quest later.
you know.
Don't try to engage a monster when your health is low. It's smart.
And so we
Your
gotta
weapon is
go
losing its
hunt
sharpness.
for
Create
that
some
Great
distance and use a
Jagras.
whetstone.
And this is where they introduce
Wanna
the
get going?
whetstones, which sharpen your weapon. I didn't realize this until now, and that's exactly what I thought.
For help. Go to the menu.
Because when I
Select
fought
SOS flare to signal.
the Great
And you're going to need friends
Jagras,
when you go up
I
against
did
some of
not
the
use
tougher
potions
monsters.
until
North
I
now.
actually got
Good.
hit.
You're
And I was a
turning up
little
lot of clues.
concerned. I was like, did he really take that much damage on me? And, you know, I got hit from those Kestodons a few times, so
Okay.
it's like,
We've tracked the Great Jagras enough.
so I
for the
forgot
scout
all
flies to
about
lead us
that, and
to
it dawned on me when I got hit by him. I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably the case. So we gotta find this Great Jagras, which is, oh, whoa, what the fuck was that? That was weird. Just a reflection off of my eyeglasses. It was just
You're
weird.
less likely to lose sight of a monster if you use the focus camera.
And I'm not no noob. I don't need the focus camera. Thank you very much. So you'll see my tactical pattern, which is the fast movement. Be very cautious whenever he turns over to you.
Dodge
This is
their
where
attacks.
it kicks
You
in
don't want to
right
take hits
here.
like that head on.
This is where I use the potion as well. I was like, no more dicking around. Let's go. See? Good on evasion. We're doing fine. See, I basically waited because I thought exactly he was doing the double bite, so. Because some monsters do single bites. And that can throw you off guard. So right now we're just playing it safe, get the short damage in, a few quick shots, and wait for those heavy attacks to move in. Of course, he got me right there because my Palico was actually in the way and disturbing my freaking movement. But it's okay. And you can see the demon mode drains your stamina, rightfully so.
Okay, the monster's tired. Now's your chance to deal some serious damage.
I actually mount the monster too at one point. So I was like, brownie points for me. And I actually did it successfully, so I was like, woo, okay, yeah, that's good. Don't forget that honey. I don't know why, but I was just a little cautious, so I fought the little Jagras while the Great Jagras was in the background. I was just like, I gotta kill these guys first. I don't want them ganging up on me. So I was very cautious on this. Like these guys right here, these little the Jagras over here. But of course I sharpened my weapon last second. You can see the meter goes fully up now. You can see the Great Jagras right in the background, right guys? Like it's right there. I guess I was going to town on them. I guess I really enjoyed killing small monsters. Usually I don't think them as much. I'm just like, I shrug them off. They're kind of boring in a sense, but these were, they felt unique. They really did. Felt very unique. And of course I carved them because I love gathering for materials off of monsters. So it's always good to get everything you can. Looking at me sniffing around, he's looking for us. He's like, where'd they go? Where'd those guys go?
Yeah, you've mounted the monster.
Yep, see.
Now's your chance to topple him.
He really reminds me a lot of the Zamtrios in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. So that, I was like, yeah.
Okay, it's down. Now's your chance to get in there and tear it up. Look, the monster's almost done for. Chances are it'll retreat to its nest to recuperate.
And that's exactly what it did. It went to go to retreat. But oddly enough, it just died because I relentlessly chased it down. I was like, you ain't going nowheres.
The monster's gonna mobilize. Now's your chance.
And just like that, we took him down. And he's dead in his fat folds. Fat folds, yeah. It's flubber. The reason why I was aiming for the belly when it was toppled was because I thought there'd be like a certain material if you break the belly, so that was just a little instinct of mine. So I was like, maybe it will. But there's still one more monster to introduce in this quest. personally, I mean, I don't know why they introduced him so soon, or just why, but they did it anyways. Just to show him off, but I think it was because maybe that's a follow-up mission to fight him, but I don't know. I haven't played past this part, so here we are.
I think we got a lead.
Maybe. Let's check it out. Hey. Well, you were right. There's our mark. Something's got him agitated. Look over there. What in the heck is that? I've never seen anything like it.
You think it's from Zora Magdaros?
I'd like to find out. But we better report back first. All right?
So that is the Pookie? I think it's called. It's not Pew, it's Poo. Got our materials, get that, and I'm Hunter rank 2 now. And also my Palico leveled up as well. And also there is trophy achievements on PlayStation respectively so, and there probably be achievements on Xbox as well for the Xbox One. So that's that. More hunting tips that you always wanted. And they also utilize voice chat in this game, as you can see. It shows right there. Voice chat, which I have disabled for now, but yeah.
Uh-huh. Want to get going?
Once the camp is set up, you can go
So,
after
thank
that
you
Pookie
guys. I'm going to cut it here. So, thank you guys for watching
Wonder where
part
the resource
1
center is.
of the Monster Hunter World Let's Play. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.